Imagine the crime and violence being so bad in California, you got to have armed guards for delivery drivers. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about just how ridiculous California is. The violence, the crime, the danger, the lawlessness has gotten so bad in certain parts of the state that delivery drivers are now using armed guards to protect themselves on their route. Now, this anybody could have seen coming. It was a natural progression. It's too dangerous out in certain parts of this state. It's just that simple. It doesn't really matter where you are. It could be Beverly Hills. It could be in a very nice posh area, San Francisco, the Bay in general, Palo Alto, wherever you at. It can happen to you. Broad daylight, people get in there, vehicles broken into, equipment stolen, the whole car stolen. You got a FedEx truck, USPS truck, UPS truck. It's in danger. And if you're the driver, you're in danger. So rather than consistently being the victim of crime, let's just hire an armed guard. Why not? And if it's me, listen, if it's me and I'm in California and I'm a delivery driver, you know what I want? I want my own gun. Give me something big, something that I can just strap on, open carry, shotgun right here. Okay. So when somebody want to act crazy, have a mental health episode, try to rob me, carjack me, listen, man, it ain't nothing. I'm already ready. So don't even do it. I think more guns in the hands of law-abiding citizens makes for a more peaceful environment. That's just me. But before I go any further, let's get into the actual news clip here. This is going to be, I think, what it said, South Bay over there by San Fran. And if you want to see the full thing without my commentary, link, as always, will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
A new crime concern popping up in the South Bay. Delivery drivers say they're increasingly worried about becoming targets. It's happening often enough that at least one company is now hiring armed guards to escort their drivers. Damian Trujillo in downtown San Jose with a story you'll see only on NBC Bay Area.
One of those escorted delivery drivers spent part of his day here at the 7-Eleven on 3rd and San Fernando. And at least one retired San Jose police officer says he's not surprised. Many call them the lifeline of the American economy, truck drivers, including those who deliver merchandise to convenience stores, often early in the morning.
Now listen, if the trucks were to stop, I mean, you would have complete chaos in the streets. I'm talking about if there's no trucks traveling for a day, one day, you would see a really big problem with the social fabric, with the civility of people. 3 days, you're going to have an all-out riot, Mad Max type situation.
But a clerk at the downtown San Jose 7-Eleven was surprised to see this recently. A delivery company called Core-Mart providing an armed guard with its truck and driver. Gurdev Singh says, unfortunately, he understands why.
Facing so many problems just because of the crazy guys. Now they are good at all. Here in downtown San Jose, lot of crazy people hanging all the time. So better they hire a guard.
So yeah, shout out to the shop clerk or the owner, either one or both. Shout out to him. He's observing what's going on. He's like, look, you have all these crazy people just hanging around downtown San Jose, doing whatever they want to do, high on drugs, attacking people, attacking the truck, trying to get in it, taking whatever they can. And there's nothing being done about it. You have in many pockets of California, open air asylums. These people should be in the padded room. Get one of these Wakanda Forever type jackets to where you can't just do whatever. And if you want to bang your head against the wall, there's padded walls. You could bang your head all day long. You could be a whole pogo stick in there on top of your head if you want to. But what you shouldn't do, where you shouldn't be is out in the streets mingling with regular everyday people. You need to be in a place that's designed just for you. And I'm not trying to marginalize mentally ill people, but I'm just saying that's the reality. Because when they're not in a place where it's just for them, this is the result. You got to have armed guards to protect soda and water going into a convenience store. But let's keep on going.
He reached out to Core-Mart's parent company, but they declined to explain why they're now providing the guards. San Jose police say they saw a slight increase in the robbery of delivery trucks 2 years ago, but say they have not seen a spike lately. Flavio Lopez works for another delivery company and says he wishes he had a guard as well, or at least a second person to help him keep an eye on the merchandise. Lopez hasn't been robbed, but he has had his run-ins downtown.
They had a pallet just like this, little stack, and somebody just came over and went, knocked it all over Starbucks glass. I had to pick it all up, and he just ran. So
for no reason. It's like not even. There's no rhyme or reason. You just knocking stuff over and breaking it and running away. Why? This is dope fiend, crackhead, mentally ill behavior.
We got to deal with it downtown. It's what it is, man.
Unfortunately, this is what society has become now, with armed guards guarding merchandise from the retailer, because there seems to be a sense of lawlessness in our society.
Daryl Cortez is a retired San Jose police officer who now works in corporate and retail security.
It's very unfortunate. You and I pay for it. The consumer pays for it in the back end, because prices increase because the merchandise is going out the door, and no one is stopping the bad guys because of the threat of violence.
It's clear that not everyone is taking the extra precaution. We saw several delivery trucks today and none had a guard. But Cortez says if one company is doing it, others are likely considering it to keep their drivers and products from being targeted.
Absolutely, 100%. So, yeah, shout out to this company for protecting their drivers. And I realize every company can't do that. The money might not be there or whatever. But like I said, California and the gun laws they have make it difficult for the average person to get armed and to be armed properly. I think they have magazine restrictions. So on a rifle, you can only have 10 rounds in your magazine. Like, what's that going to do? I'm going to need the bare minimum, the standard 30. And if things get really squirrely, I might need 100. It depends. Okay, I'm in the house and I'm getting 4 or 5 miscreants, ne'er-do-wells sneaking in my window, and they're all armed, and all I got is 10 rounds in my magazine. That's going to be a little rough. Okay, maybe if I got a Rambo vest, I could put a few 30-round mags on there and do the little hot switch if I'm running out of ammo. But definitely 10 rounds, that ain't going to do it. I need better gun laws in California, meaning give me the freedom to have my gun rather than empowering the criminals to do whatever they want to do. And again, please put some of these crazy people in the place where they belong. But as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to that particular delivery company for protecting the driver. That is probably going to be the way of the future if crime keeps going the way it's going. Middle of the daytime, broad daylight, people do whatever they want to do. And the biggest issue, as I close, wrap it on up, put the bow on top, there is no real accountability. When you do things like this, breaking stuff, stealing stuff, you get a slap on the wrist at best. There might not even be any police that come out. They're not even really worried about it. They just kind of let stuff go on. But if you want to defend yourself, if you want to retaliate, then you might be in the wrong. Crackhead comes onto your truck and steals juice and soda, chips and drinks, or just knocks stuff over, and then you might hit him with a little right cross, bang. Now you get in charge for assault. But the crackhead who did all that stuff gets off scot-free. Well, part of the game is that. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on armed guards being provided for truck drivers, delivery drivers, in California, South Bay, San Jose, etc.? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This is an obvious thing. This is the obvious next step, because what else are you going to do? You have so much crime and violence happening, so many delivery drivers being assaulted, merchandise being stolen. At a certain point, they're looking at it like this. Okay, if we keep losing money because of the dope fiends hopping onto the trucks and taking things, we should just hire somebody as a security person. The money we pay them per hour will be less than the merchandise that's stolen. So it just makes financial sense at a certain point. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.